Perfect.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rod Murray, and I'm here with another episode of What's the Game Plan. Today's matchup is between the Tampa Bay Bucs and the Chicago Bears. We have David Harrison representing the Bucs and Ryan Billings representing the Chicago Bears. How we doing, gentlemen?
Oh, doing good. Appreciate you having us on.
Yes, sir. Doing all right, man. Appreciate you having us on the show, Murray.
Oh, man. Thank you, man. It's love, man. I appreciate y'all jumping on here, man. Wanted to have a little fun and wanted to create a space where not only we can compete, but network with like-minded individuals that are passionate about the sport, love the game, and love to talk about it, right? So
Yes,
as the visiting team, David, we'll give you the floor to introduce yourself. Just say a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So David Harrison, I'm a writer for SB Nation over there covering the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, BucsNation.com. My 6th year covering the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then also one of the hosts of the Locked On Bucs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Nice,
Okay.
Ryan.
My name is Ryan Billings. You know what I'm saying? I've been part of the Barflight Tailgate Show for about 2 years now, part of the Bears Barroom Network. And yeah, man, that's just me.
There it is. I will link these gentlemen information below in this video, right? So we'll go over the rules real quick. As you all know about this now, it is 4-round questions, fast round, where we ask each opponent questions from data analytics sites about their opposing teams. We pull this information from Next Gen Stats, Sharks Football, Football Stats, Pro Football Focus, or Pro Football Reference, and we answer them questions. At the end of the 4 rounds or quarters, if the game is tied, we go into what we call overtime, where we'll ask 3 questions, or they get to select out of 3 questions for 1 point, 2 point, 3 points, and the degree of question goes up with the amount of points they want. All right, gentlemen, is there any questions about the rules?
No, sir.
All right, here we go. David, as the visiting team, you get to select whether you want to ask the first question or you want to defer to the second half.
I'm gonna let Ryan go first. I'm gonna defer to the first half. That's the usual strategy, so I think I'll follow it.
There we go. All right, here we go. So here we go, gentlemen. First quarter. What's the game plan? Ryan.
Yes, sir.
The Buccaneers defense is currently 4th in the league in yards allowed at 312 yards per game. They're also averaging 3.5 sacks per game, and they blitz a lot. According to Pro Football Reference, what is their blitz percentage? Is it A, 37.4%, B, 36.1%, C, 30.8%, or D, 31.9%?
You know what, man? I'm gonna go ahead and slide with B on this one. You know what I'm saying? Got to go with the Bears on this
Look
one.
at the Bears jumping out the gate, putting 7 on the board early. He is correct. That's it. The Buccaneers are one of the most blitzing teams. I think they are number 5 right now. Pittsburgh is number 1 at 51.9. So they are definitely up there as far as blitzing. There we go. That's a first. We never had an opponent jump out and put 7 on the board in the first quarter there.
Putting the pressure on early.
There we go. So putting the pressure on early.
Wish the offense would do that nowadays, man.
I know, right? I know. Here we go. David, let's see if David can follow up. Here we go. David, your question.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears offense has only scored 1 touchdown in the first quarter. So ironically, that's how it worked out, right? In their 4 matches so far this season. As it pertains to their team tendency, according to Sharks Football Stats, what is their most successful play during the first quarter? Is it A, a Cordell Patterson run, B, a pass to Allen Robinson, C, a run by David Montgomery, or D, a pass to Jimmy Graham?
So it needs to be a pass to Allen Robinson. The run by Cordell Patterson feels like it would be the sleeper answer, but I'm gonna go with David Montgomery.
And man, sometimes you gotta go with your gut, man, because the answer is A,
Gotta be.
the run by Cordell Patterson. All right. When he runs the
yeah.
ball in the first quarter, they have a
Yep.
60% success rate when he runs the ball in the first quarter. So should have went with your gut there, but unfortunately you didn't, and you didn't put any points on the board.
That's what
So
happens
we'll
when
go
you
back.
game the game, right?
Yep, you should have stick with it. All right, going into the second quarter here. Ryan is up 7-0. Here we go. The second question. In his career, Tom Brady is averaging 319 yards, about 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception on 72 completion rate against the Bears. So in his 5 matchups against the Bears, that's what he's done.
Okay.
How many yards, according to sportsline.com, do they predict Tom Brady to throw for in this game? Is it A, 297 yards, B, 318 yards, C, 247 yards, or D, 259 yards?
Ooh, you know what, man? If I was a betting man, I'd probably go with D 259.
Okay.
Now, and so that sounds about the average, man. That sounds about what we might give up. That seems about right. So I'm gonna go with D.
Ron's going to go with D, but the answer is actually C, 247.
Ah!
They're not giving him a lot of love this week, but they are
That's what I
giving
was saying. Can I steal those points?
47
Can I
yards.
steal those?
They're going to go 247. Here we go. Going back to David in the second quarter. Here we go. David, in the last 2 weeks, wide receiver Allen Robinson has collected 17 receptions for 224 yards and 2 touchdowns. We know in the beginning of the year it was a little spat about whether or not he wanted to be there. Production was down, but it definitely came up in the last 2 games, right? According to Next Gen Stats, what is his shared percentage of team air yards? So that's essentially the yards in the air before yak. So minus yak, when I pass him the ball, the percentage of yards that he's received. Is it A, 49.06%, B, 41.17%, C, 31.5%, or D, 33.8%?
33.8.
Jumped out the gate fast, but he's wrong there, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is C, 31.5%.
See, I was thinking mid 30s.
Like 40. Yeah.
I was going to go 31, but you threw that 33. I had to go mid 30s.
I'm sure it feels like for Anthony Miller is second with 19.2%, and Darnell Mooney is third with 17.2%. So about a third of the yards in the air, minus yak, he has accounted for. So they're trying to get him a ball.
Okay.
Right. At halftime here, we have a 7-0 lead by the Bears, all right? Coming out of half the third quarter. Dave, you back up. We got to put some points on the board soon here. All right, we got to put some points on the board soon. Here we go. The Bears defense has collectively done a good job against the opposing's quarterback, allowing just under 230 yards per game. However, which defender is allowing the highest completion rate according to Pro Football Reference? Is it A, Cal Fuller, B, Buster Skrine, C, Tayshaun Gibson, or D, Jalen Johnson?
I'm gonna go with Fuller.
Oh, come on now. No, another L. It is Skrine. Yes, it is. It is.
You know what? See, again. I was like, that's the obvious answer, man. See, again.
Yeah, he's definitely allowing 68.68% on the opposing team as a cornerback, and he's playing at about 7% of the game. So at that rate, you gotta not playing a lot, but when he's ever on the field, they definitely seem to be picking on him.
They target him.
Cal Fuller is actually allowing the least at 36.4%.
Yeah, it doesn't really surprise me given his history, but again, game of the game, man. Not following my quarterback's example. I'm thinking too much instead of just firing it out there.
I'm sure Tom Brady gonna make it his business to stay away from Cal Fuller on Thursday. All right, we'll see. Do we take it? Yeah, you're right. We'll see. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a commanding league, and I think this actually will end the game here if Ron's able to pull away with this question here.
The Vince Carter moment.
The third quarter. In the last 3 years, the Tampa Bay defense has been in the top 10 in penalties. According to NFLpenalties.com, whether they currently rank in total flags this year. Is it A, 7th place, B, 9th place, C, 3rd place, or D, 5th place? For the game.
Which one was 9th place again? Let me hear that one.
So your choices are A, 7th place, B, 9th place, C, 3rd place, or D, 5th place.
I got to go with B on this one. I ain't been able to watch a bunch of their games, but I don't feel like they've been that horrible in penalties this year. So I'm going to go with B.
He's going to go with B to put the game away, and he'll be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is actually C. They are currently in 3rd place right now with 36 total flags throughout this year thus far. 18 of those have happened on the road. So you're dealing with a very undisciplined team in Chicago on Thursday.
David, man, what's going on, baby?
No, there's been a lot of penalties, man. There's been a lot of penalties.
A lot of penalties there. All right, so let's see if David can keep it close here. He'll get an option to tie it up. Let's see how clutch he is. Let's see how clutch David is right here. Here we go. The Bears offense have ran the most plays out of 11 personnel. 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. However, which personnel groupment have they seen the most overall success out of? Is it A, 11 personnel, B, 13 personnel, C, 21 personnel, or D, 12 personnel?
12 personnel.
Ooh, quick and fast on the draw, and he's correct, ladies and gentlemen. It is 12 personnel.
It just feels right, man. That was in my brain. I was like, if he says 12, I'm going 12. So.
There it is. You're absolutely right. They have ran 41 plays out of 12 personnel, and they have a 61% success rate when running out of that, according to Sharp's football stats. So
that's a good stat, man. That's
ladies,
good stat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 7-7 game right now. It is all on Ryan. Can he close it out? Does he have Mr. Trubisky in the game with Nick Foles, ladies and gentlemen? Who does he have in the game? Or
He might be brave. He might be brave. Who knows?
Here we go. Here we go. To see if he can win it or it's going into overtime. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers on third down currently have a 45.1 conversion rate. According to Sharp's football stats, when passing the ball on third down, what is their average first down rate? Is it A, 61%, B, 75%, C, 45%, or D, 42%? For the game or overtime?
A.
We're going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. It is in fact D, 42%.
Right? I was going to say D.
They have 18 first downs on 43 passes when passing it. However, when they run the ball, they have ran it 6 times, 8 plays, and 75% success rate. All right. So when we deal with this on third down, they might run it. So we'll see. We'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, we have another game of overtime here. So again, David, you are up.
Man.
1 point, 2 point, 3 points. What he's going to go for?
I have not been doing well, and honestly, I'm not very good at trivia anyway. So I'm going to go. You know what? I'm gonna go with 1 point and just see if I can put some pressure on Ryan.
Here we go. 1 point. Taking it light. Here we go. Who was the MVP of Super Bowl 37? This is a home favorite for me.
Devin Hester.
Super Bowl 37 was between the Buccaneers and the Raiders.
Oh, I'm thinking Bears. I wasn't even listening to the number. I was
thinking no. So remember, the overtime questions about your specific team.
Gotcha. I was thinking Bears Super Bowl. That was Dexter Jackson.
He's correct, ladies and gentlemen. Dexter Jackson, a Quincy Florida.
I forgot it was a my team question. What was your 3-point question? If you don't, do we have time for that?
Yeah, I'll just tell you for the sake of all right. Since their inception in the league, this would have been a 3-point question. Since their inception in the league, how many 10-win seasons have they had?
Oh, jeez.
This would have been 3 points.
6.
You wouldn't have got no points. It is actually 7. All right?
7.
2002, 2005, 1999, 2000, 1997, 1979, and 2010. So that's 1970.
So you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I would have been wrong anyway. I would have been wrong.
I was like 2020. You got me. All right. So here we go, Ryan. All right. The score is now 8-7. What is he going to do?
We're going for the 2, man. We're going to go for the dub, man. He put the pressure on me.
Here we go. For 2 points here. He put the pressure on him, right? Here we go. For the win. In the week 4 loss, the Bears ran for a small 28 yards. That's all they ran for on the ground. Over the last 5 seasons, they have had multiple games with less than 50 yards rushing. When was the one time they had less than 10 yards rushing?
Packers last year, I want to say we ran for like 20-something yards. It was horrible.
So
it was the worst.
This is when you had less than 10.
Last year. Definitely last year, because we broke that record last year for the least amount of rushing yards and rushing attempts. So last year, when did we play the Packers last year? I can't. I want to say week 13-ish is when we played them the second time. I might be wrong, but it's definitely last year. That's okay.
Last year?
It was last year. It's definitely last year.
No, that is incorrect. In 2017, week 12 against the Eagles, the Bears ran for 6 yards the entire game. 2017, week 12, in a 31-3 loss to the Eagles.
6
yards. All right, 6.
Yeah, that was a horrible
yards. Yeah, so I thought it would stick out. I thought it was a little hard, but not too hard. I think I remember
what?
less than 10 yards.
Yeah, man. That year was Mitch Trubisky's first year, and we pretty much
Yeah.
went to the Eagles and got busted up.
Yeah,
I remember that now.
Jordan
Who was the MVP when the
Howard.
Bears won the Super Bowl, though. You know?
When the
Now I
Bears
know.
won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
It was Dent, wasn't it?
Well,
Because
I
it was
don't
somebody
know,
on defense. I want to say it was Richard Dent.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get me the line about you. I don't know, but I know the day is. We have a winner in David, ladies and gentlemen. Let us score
There you
8-7. The floor is yours, sir, for a victory speech.
I mean, just like the Buccaneers in Week 4, it started ugly, but it finished nice, and we come out with the win. That's exactly what we need. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Ryan. Very, very talented opponent. You probably should have won that one, to be honest with you. I think that we're going to look back at the tape and say you gave that one away more than I won it. But yeah, definitely appreciate it, man. When I saw this on YouTube, it's very entertaining, man. Brilliant idea by you, Rod. I hope you keep doing it. Hope it keeps growing. I greatly appreciate you letting me be a part of it. And yeah, man, just good luck Thursday, Ryan, to you and the Bears, and then good luck, Rod, to you and the rest of the season there with the Redskins, or with the football team. I also
get our name right.
Your podcast as well, Burgundy Brothers, right? Burgundy
Yes,
Brothers.
sir. Yep.
It's very good too. I hope you guys keep that up. It was a good show.
Likewise, gentlemen. So if I can get your score predictions real quick, Ryan, as a loser, we'll start with you.
Oh man. You know what? After this past weekend, man, seeing that miserable offense, I'm not thrilled. I'm not excited. I'm not gonna be optimistic at the moment. It's gonna be all bad. But I'll say 17 to 17 to 31. I get a Buccaneers this game. I'm not confident in our offense this year. It's
31-17 game by the Bucs there. David, how about yourself?
I'm going 24-10. That's my score prediction is 24-10 Bucs over the Bears. Yeah, Chicago looks to be hurting in a pretty big way. But that Bears pass defense is definitely doing well, so I think it'll keep the score down a little bit. I do think there's probably going to be a pick six in this one for the Bucs defense as well. So 24-10 is where I'm going right now.
I like it, gentlemen. We got both guys thinking the Bucs going to win. I myself, I have no team here, so I'm just praying for an exciting and healthy game. We've seen a lot of injuries elsewhere. All right, David, as the winner, you will receive a shirt that says, "Hey, Bucs, hire me as a scout," because you seem to know your stuff when it comes to your opposing team. All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of What's the Game Plan. I'm your host, Rod Murray. Thank you for watching.